Howdy, howdy, everybody out there in YouTube land. Today we want to talk about Spongeball magic. Why? Well, because it is my favorite magical prop with my favorite trick of all time. At least the principle of it is my absolute favorite. So, we're going to talk about Spongeball magic. We're going to be doing, we're going to talk about 3 different principles of Spongeball magic that I think that you should know. You can carry sponges with you every day if you would like. Some people don't particularly care for them, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If you like them, use them. That's fine. But here's what I'd recommend. This is a J. Sankey tip. Buy square sponges or just buy sponges and make your own. Cut them into squares. Because if you're out and about, the round ones tend to roll. So just get some square ones. You can still compress the sponges if you buy just regular disc sponges. Just cut them up, use them. Who cares? So here we're going to talk about 3 different principles. We're going to start with finger palming the sponge ball. Everything is possible because of the compression of the sponges. You can have more than one in your hand. You can do all different sorts of things. So we're going to talk about some of that, but we're going to talk about finger palming. We're going to talk about the one-ahead principle with sponges, and we're going to be talking about how to utilize sponges in the hand versus on the table, because those are the 2 things that we tend to work with. We will be using our liquid fuel cup from, this was the V1 version from the Magic guys. That was before Doug. We'll have to get a new one with Doug on there. There is a V2 version. I haven't looked at it in a while. I'm not sure if Doug's on that one. If he is, I got to pick it up. Doug is my the guy that I check out for everything here. Anyway, so we got 2 sponges here on the table because we're going to talk about those 3 different principles. So first thing is the finger palm. Part 1. Here we go. So you take the sponge. Now, this is what it looks like when you place the sponge into the hand. See how I leave my finger out there? This is the magic wand principle. I'm pointing. I continuously point at the hand until the hand drops to the side. So imagine this. Close up. Here we go. Into the hand. Pointing. You can even kind of see a little bit here. So be careful with the flashing. Close up that thumb a little bit. Point to your hand. Then slowly just drop it to your side. There you go. The hand is empty. Okay? And the sponge is still in the hand. Now, here's what it looks like when I do the finger palm, right? Okay, something along the lines of, that's the finger palm right there, finger palm, and then I'm pointing, turning over the hand, dropping this hand down as I'm doing that, and the reveal. It is gone, okay? Very nice. So that's your finger palm. You've got it retained. Now you can either go into your pocket for another sponge. You can have another sponge already out on the table, or any number of different things. Like here's something I'd like to do here. So let's say you've got your sponge, and all you're going to do is you're going to just place it into the hand. Something wonky like that. Maybe a little bit more practice to do that, but that's just a switch. Or you just pretend to place it into the hand and retain it into finger palm. Okay, you got a sponge in this hand, you got a sponge in this hand. Great. Or you just start off by keeping your fist like this, and you're just like, hey, sponge ball. Boom, just like that. I can take this sponge ball and I can drop it into my hand, just like this, sponge ball. I place this sponge ball in the pocket, okay? And now it can jump back to the hand. Anything you can do, because you're compressing that into the finger palm. Okay, so here's what it looked like in a sequence. So we're going to do the first part of the sequence from Sponge Sorcery. Into the hand. Don't grab your own finger. There it is. So the sponge has actually magically jumped from the hand into my pocket. Yeah, let's do that again, shall we? That was a little bit fast. Let's try that one more time. Tap the hands together like that. Which hand is it in? This one? Yeah, because we've magically made it jump to the other hand. Beautiful. This is the second principle that we're going to be talking about. Well, one ahead is the idea that you've already got another sponge set up, which I had one in my pocket, right? So that's the one ahead principle. They didn't know there was two until you revealed them, and that's a beautiful little thing that you can do, because that's another thing that we want to talk about, which is, simply put, finger palm into the hand. Beautiful. Sponge on the table, right? Because we just made that one appear. We're just going to take that one like so. Going to drop it into their hand, and they're going to squeeze it up. Now you can see that it's disappeared from this hand and jumped over to the cup, because there are two of them there. So that principle looks something like this. On the table, this is what it would look like visually. Okay, you can make it disappear. This is a beautiful effect. Now there's two here, right? Great. That's one way to use it. That's a one ahead principle, because it's not here anymore, it's over here. And you're also doing the finger palm. Or what you can do, it's quite simply, is go back to this, right? You've got one, right? Beautiful. You've just made it disappear and made it reappear into the pocket. Look at that. Go ahead and take a look at that. Make sure it's all normal and nothing fancy going on there. Okay, now what if we take our hand and we're just going to place it down onto it, right? Then we're going to take our finger and we're just going to slowly push right through that sponge until a second one appears. Boom, two of them. So that's the same idea, but with a visual production of it versus a delayed in the hand. And that's the difference between... You could do that. You could do the same idea, keeping one compressed here. This is in the spectator's hand. You're just like, I'm just going to go ahead and grab that, but just pay close attention as I push down on your hand. And now the same idea, because you can consider one in the hand, right? If you're going to push down on it, it kind of looks something like that. But when you do two, it's a little bit bigger, but they're not expected. They don't know what it looks like when it's compressed. It's actually two of them cut in half. So that's that idea there. They bounce. Boom. That's why you got to be careful of them. Okay, so there's your idea of finger palming, which is just compressing. And you can maintain that in your hand. So having the idea of, say, something like this, where I'm going to do something a little bit interesting here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to place it into the hand, right? Okay. Great. I've got another one there, right? It's in the hand. I'm going to put both of these, both of them. Wow. Both of them. Yeah, they're in the hand over here. But you're not following along with that? Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and I'm going to take one out of the pocket, place it into the hand. Okay? We're going to place it into this pocket, and they're going to jump over to this hand. Well, you're not following along here? Okay. That's something that you can kind of just play around with. It can jump back and forth. So you can use your pockets. Pockets are great, and this is why sets of Spongeballs will come with 4. So that's the idea, that you can work up to 4 if you want. You can start with the 1 and go to 2, just like Sponge Sorcery. Sponge Sorcery is a 3 sponge routine, starting with 1 and working your way up to 3, but the 4th one stays hidden. There it is. There's the secret of Sponge Sorcery. I've taught it on the main part of the channel, and I've taught it on the membership section, which you can check out the membership section for 99 cents a month. And why do I charge you 99 cents a month? Well, because I take the time to read the books, I learn the magic, I watch the videos, and then if I teach it to you through the video content, you can ask me questions. Or if I don't have the answers, I can send you to other people because I have those answers. So I'm familiar with a lot of different magicians on YouTube that might have the answers, whether they are more onto the cardist side, maybe they're cardistry, maybe they're mechanics, card mechanics, or maybe they're more of a magician side with magic and different things. Or if we're talking coins, there's a lot of people, there's like Rick Holcomb, I can send you over to Copeland Coins if you want to get some nice coin products. But this is Spongeballs, and I definitely recommend that you check out Sponge Sorcery from the Mark Wilson Course in Magic. And if you want to get into magic, I would just buy that book and just learn as much as you can from it. Wow. So there it is. This is the SpongeBall Magic Theory video. This is something that I've been thinking about for a while. I think SpongeBall Magic is absolutely fantastic. You can take some of these principles to other things. And that's something that I will be talking about in my next video, touching base more on what I'm talking about there. So thank you guys, and remember, always remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And we'll see you in the next one.